Can everyone hear?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Can everyone hear? Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Can everyone hear? Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
No, it is resounding. There is some problem actually. What happened? So we are at the 16th chapter and we came to the verse 20 actually. So what is the sign of demoniac mentality? They're taking shelter of insatiable lust, absorbed in the conceit of pride and false prestige. Demoniac, thus illusioned, always want to unclean work, attracted by impermanent. So, what is demoniac? Envy. So envy and very important quality of demoniac is false ego, strength and pride, lust and anger. Demons become envious of Supreme Personality of Godhead. I have a question for all of you. When we are envious of anybody, are we envious of Krishna, yes or no?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
So means in Kali Yuga, in Satyuga, demons live on one planet, devotees live on another planet. Treta Yuga came, demons moved to from another planet. They moved to the same loka, but different continents. Ravana and Lanka, Ram in India, still separate. Treta Yuga ended, Dwapar Yuga started. Demons and devotees in the same family also. Krishna and Shishupal born in the same family. Kali Yuga started. Demons and devotees in the same heart. Demons and devotees are living in the same heart. One day you're a devotee, another day you're a demon. Impelled by lust, greed, anger, pride, we are a demon. Impelled by bhakti, chant sincerely, do service, we are a devotee. Do you all agree these two are present in everyone's heart? So, what is the problem of having demoniac qualities? If you have demoniac qualities, Krishna is telling only one thing it will attract. What is that? Tanaham dishata kruran samsaresh naradhaman kshipam jasasram astubam nasurasveva yonishu. Arjuna, those who are envious and mischievous, who are the lowest among men, I perpetually cast into the ocean of mental existence, into various demoniac species of life. If you have envy, greed, lust, you may be looking beautiful according to world's eyes, but will take birth after birth after birth after birth. You have to go through this cycle of birth and death forever. Because if you are envious of Krishna, we are envious of anybody, we are envious of Krishna only. So consciously we should give it up. Rather than going to which temple, we should consciously make an endeavor. How do I get rid of the impurity? People don't know that. They try various temples. Excuse me. So what is the outcome of being envious and lusty? Krishna will cast them into cycle of birth and death. And what should I do? I have lust, I have greed, I have envy, anger, pride. Chant sincerely, eat only prasad, and the medicine for enviousness is appreciation. You're amazing, bro. क्या किया आपने? You did a good job. Amazing. Just appreciate. You will not be envious of them. Lust means sometimes people think it's a sex life. No. Lust means that is the grossest form of sex life. Lust means if you want to act independent of Krishna, if your desires are independent of serving Krishna, then you're lusty. Excuse me. You're understanding? So, what is the problem of having impurities, greed, envy, anger, pride, lust? We are pushed into cycle of birth and death. The problem is different species. Suddenly you'll end up becoming crocodile. Ooh, Hare Krishna. Somebody has a Tesla car, somebody is in America, nicely, family, but are enjoying. Suddenly one day, nature says, Prabhu, your next life is crocodile. What you will do? What you will do? Nothing. Become a crocodile only. 50% of the body is for crocodile is mouth only. Did you see anybody? Half of the body is mouth only. Anything and everything crocodile eats. Hare Krishna. Govinda. That's why Prabhupada saved us by giving us Hare Krishna mantra, by giving us four regulated principles. How many of you agree?
Yes. Yes. Yes, Prabhuji.
But you have to strictly follow. Strictly chant our rounds. There is a good possibility you'll go back to Godhead also, if you're sincere. Attaining repeated births among us the species of demoniac life. O son of Kunti, such person can never approach me. Gradually they sink down to the most abominable type of existence. So when you become cat, dog, beast, bird, reptile, there is a question of taking shelter of Krishna. Where is the room of shelter of Krishna? Cats and dogs, they do nothing. By our good fortune, if we hear Harinam, somebody gives prasad, again we will get human life. Otherwise, it takes very long time. So, what you have to do? Pratiswase saviswasam ram smaradine dine punaswase naviswasam agavishyante manava. Every breath you chant Hare Krishna. Don't put faith on the next breath. It may not be there. It may not be there. And strictly follow four regulated principles. And attain perfection of human life by practicing bhakti. In this life, not after death. And Krishna is telling, if you entertain these qualities, so, you know, so Krishna is telling, there are three gates leading to hell. Trividam narakasyedam Dwaram Nashanamatmana Kama Krodastada Lobas Tasmat Etatrayam Tyajet. So what is Krishna telling? Sometimes, I am very manly. I am very lusty. Arya, you will go to hell. There is nothing wrong getting married. So, there are three gates leading to hell. What are those? Kama, Krodha, Lobha. Tasmat, Krishna is telling you have to give up these three things. There are three gates leading to hell. You should give it up. Lust, anger, and greed. When lust is there, anger is already there. When lust and anger are there, greed is already there. What is lust? Trying to enjoy independent of Krishna. What is lust? Trying to enjoy independent of Krishna. Impelled by greed, lust. False ego is the rope that will bind the soul to the body. When you think you are the body, what is very prominent? Lust is prominent. You try to enjoy the senses. One more gulab jamun, one more rasagulla. Little more, little more. Tongue is looking for its food, taste. Skinning is looking for opposite sex touch. Uh, Skin is looking for opposite sex touch. Nose is looking for good smells. Ears are looking to hear good music or in appreciation. Eyes are looking for beautiful places. Mhm. And that's how we pursue. So many times the people think if I enjoy in five-star hotels, if I go in A-class cars, live a high quality, live in a high quality society, high society, and pursue these these qualities, lust, anger, envy, lust, anger, greed. People think their life is successful. Most of the time people compare time with money only. And why do you want money? You want money to enjoy with people you love. Yes or no? Why people earn money? They want to earn money to enjoy with the people they love. Families. So what is Krishna telling? Trividam narakasyedam dwaram nashanamatmana kama krodastada lobascha tasmat yeta triyam tiyet. These three things should be given up. What are the three things Krishna is telling to give up? Anybody?
Kama, Krodha, Lobha.
What is that?
Lust, anger, greed.
Yes. Kama krodha lobha. So I have a story here. So this is from it's a biblical story from Bible. So this Palestina-Israel conflict is not today's conflict. It was there those days also. All the Palestinians, they are holding Israelis as the captives, as the slaves. Israeli Jews, they have to work as slaves under Palestinians. So then, one Jewish family, they sincerely prayed to God, please, my Lord, deliver us from slavery. Please, deliver us from this slavery. And one day, one of that mother became pregnant and gave birth to a baby boy. And one angel appeared and said, this is the person, he is a God's son. This story is long before Jesus Christ came. He will deliver all the Israelis from the hands of Palestinians. He is unlimitedly powerful. is very powerful. His strength is hidden. So take good care of him. And so the parents were very happy. They named him Samson. What did they name him? Samson. Samson grew up. Samson did not know he was very powerful. One day, Samson was going through forest. A lion attacked him. He looked around. There was a dead donkey's jaw. He picked it up and he fought with the lion and he killed the lion. He was shocked. Woof! I could kill a lion just with a donkey's jaw. Amazing. You know? So then one day he was going and he happened to see Palestinians hurting the Israelis. They were beating Israelis. Samson went and said, "Hey, what are you doing? Why are you hurting him?" Palestinians said, "Who are you?" You know, he said, "Don't hurt him." The Palestinian became angry and slapped him. Samson killed him. Ooh. Israelis understood. Hero was born. Palestinian understood. Enemy was born. One day, 30 people attacked Samson with weapons. With nothing in the hand, Samson killed all the 30 people. Wow. Then Israel army, Palestinian army sent 90 people. He killed them also. Then they made a plan. This guy is powerful. What the plan they made? What's the plan they made? They hired a prostitute called Delilah. They hired a prostitute called Delilah. They said, if you can find out his strength and let us know, we'll give you this money. This much money we'll give. I think 30 gold coins, whatever. She agreed. She agreed and she made friendship with the Samson. And friendship means, Western world, you can live together. She would give him a lot of sex pleasure. And in that weakness, she would ask, who will take care of me if anything goes wrong? Where is your strength? She asked. Samson said, if anybody binds me with the fresh looms, that's my strength. I cannot do anything. Really? She sang nice songs, lullabies, and she put him to sleep. And immediately they brought this freshly woven looms, threads, and she bound him. When she bound him, suddenly Israelis are next room only always. Wherever she would go, they would go, Sorry, not Israel, Palestinians. Immediately they surrounded Samson. Samson broke these fresh looms. He broke those threads and he killed all the enemies who surrounded him and he ran away. She understood. This guy cheated me. And Palestinians increased the ransom. They increased the money. If you can somehow find out his strength, we'll give you more money now. Tempted by money, next time she met him and asked during their meeting, Samson, anything goes wrong, who will take care of me? I want to protect that strength. I want to keep it safe. What is your strength? Samson said, no, first is fresh looms. Second thing is uh, creepers, newly grown creepers. If anybody, if anybody binds me with newly grown creepers, I'll become. She sang nicely and put him to sleep. Next time she brought this newly grown creepers. With that shit bound him. Called the Palestinians, they came to arrest him. He broke them and he killed all of them and he ran away. Every time she's understanding, she's thinking, this guy is not telling. One day, she used all her feminine passions during that meeting. And in that weak moment, she asked him, what will happen to me, if something goes wrong? Tell me. This person who could kill 90 people without any weapon, kill the lion without any proper instrument, became victim to lust. He said, my strength is in my hair. If somebody shaves it up, I don't have any, then I'm normal. Oh, really? She sang nicely and put him to sleep. She brought a razor and shaved him up. She brought a razor and shaved him up. Now Samson doesn't have any strength. And she called again. Palestinians came. Now he has no strength. Weak. He's a normal man. They arrested him. These guys, he gave them so much trouble, right? They beat. They beat him like anything. They made him chutney actually. Because he gave them so much trouble. And they became so angry, they removed his eyes. What they did? They removed his eyes. Actually, when I heard this story, I was thinking, how many days he might have enjoyed? 50 hours? 100 hours? Or half of it, 25 hours? But can you equate that suffering with happiness with the suffering he got when the eyes were plucked? In this metal world, happiness is very tiny, and misery is more, suffering is more. So they removed his eyes. They would beat him regularly, and they put him in prison. Now Samson with no eyes, chained, he cannot go anywhere. He regretted, oh God, you sent me on a mission, but I became a slave to my senses and I became a victim. Please give me strength only one time. So a few months passed, one festival came. All the people, they assembled in a place called Colosseum. They assembled. So regularly they would come together. That time what would happen? They would bring the criminals to fight. And when they try to kill each other to death, they would watch with happiness. Hare Krishna. So anyway, what happened? So it's a festival. They were all enjoying. Suddenly one elder thought, bring Samson and beat him up. That is the way we can enjoy the festival. Bring him and beat him up. Then what happened? They brought Samson chained, and And so they brought him, no eyes, chained. Elder said, beat him up. As we drink, we can enjoy this. So they were beating him up. But what happened few months over? Hair grew. What happened? The hair grew. They didn't realize that. So the Colosseum means, it's a big, all the people of the city assembled there. And he prayed to God, oh my Lord, I became a victim of lust. And I really betrayed you, cheated you. Please give me strength once again. He prayed. And he was chained to two pillars. These two pillars of the Colosseum, were supporting the entire Colosseum. And Thompson, when he pulled his hands like this, the pillars broke. When he pulled with a lot of strength, he pulled. The pillars broke. And the roof fell on. Roof fell on everyone, including Thompson, and killing everyone. Everybody died. That is how that story came to an end. So what is the moral of the story? Moral of the story is, you may even fight with lions and tigers. It's very difficult to fight with metal energy. That's why one should not become victims, slave to the senses. Especially one should not look for the touch of opposite sex. But if you're married, take good responsibility, important. But never look for extramarital relationships. That is very sinful. What is the second one? Anger. In the World Cup, from France, Zidane, that year, the World Cup finals, who came to the finals? Italy and France. They are like India, Pakistan, very aggressive rivals. And what is this 2004 World Cup? What is the unique thing? Zidane from France is actually retiring that year. Is that? 2006, huh? Oh, sorry. Zinedine Zidane, his name. And he said he's retiring. And as expected, France reached final. And, in this side, Italy also reached final. And Zidane said, this year I am returning. And they came to finals also. Both the parties came to finals. Great. Then what happened? They wanted to distract him. Everyone knew Zidane is powerful. So immediately what they did, they were distracting Zidane by using bad words. Zidane, what he has to do? He has to do his job, He was very powerful, and so they were distracting him. But then one point, what happened? Zidane, this person name is Matreji, that is in the screen. He said something. He said something, and Zidane could not take it. He turned back and kicked him with his head. So he butted with the head, actually, like this. And Matreji fell on the ground in pain. Then a referee gave him a red card. Means what? Route permanently. So what was to become a most memorable game? Because of his uncontrolled anger, that became like a nightmare for Zidane and the fans of Zidane. Because they were all thinking Zidane will bring the cup. But Zidane got red card and made an exit. But that match, you know what happened? Both the parties, they could not make any goal. Time ended. So Zidane is very good for penalty shootout. But Zidane was not there. That year Italy won the cup. So later Zidane was asked, what happened? He spoke ill of my sister. And he was using bad words, on my sister. I couldn't take it. That's why. I headbutted him. Thereby I lost he lost his temper and he was him. So the anger is very dangerous. Anger doesn't make a phone call and takes an appointment with you. Does anyone have any experience? Anger says tomorrow I'll come at 5 o'clock. How many of us regularly become angry?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So in Ramayana, what is his name? Hanuman says, the way snake leaves its slough, the skin, humans, intelligent humans especially, they should give up their anger. This is deadly. What is the root cause of anger? Lust, kama, yesh, krodha, yesh, rajoguna, samudbhava, mahasanu, mahapapma, viddhyena hivairinam. Lust means to enjoy, independent of Krishna. When your enjoyment is somebody stops that enjoyment, you become angry. Mahasana mahapapma vidyane vairanam. It's an enemy for somebody who is pursuing the path of spirituality. For them, anger is a formidable enemy. Everyone is listening or not?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
What is the solution? Solution is do nice chanting. Eat only prasad. But don't eat outside. And do good quality rounds every day, at least 13 and 14 before going to work. If you finish 13 rounds, 14 rounds before going to work, the rest 2 rounds you can chant in the office also. It's not a problem. But you should not eat outside food. Should not eat outside food. Should be very careful with the mind because mind is the one that will pull you down. That is the second one, anger. I have a video. You want to see that?
Yes, please, Prabhuji.
Hold on. Just give me 1 minute. Why it's not working? Just give me 1 minute. This video is not finished. Mm. One minute, I can show that video. Anger is very dangerous. Can you see? What do you see on the screen? Nothing, right?
Nothing, Prabhuji. Oh, there it is.
Excuse me. I know you didn't think anyone would catch you, but you just slammed your door into my car. The least you can do is say you're sorry, lady. You don't have to take that tone. It's not like I'm hurting your resale value. I'm sorry. See? Like that.
It's the sugar date. What if spring is late and winter it's a marshmallow world. It's the time for play. It's the little it's a whole year sun is bright, lights upon your head, it's shining so you know it won't freeze. The world is your snowball, see how it grows. Whenever it snows, the world is your snowball, just for a song. So get up and roll it along. It's the only world, make the sweetheart. Take a walk with your favorite girl. It's the sugar state. What a spring it's late. In winter it's a marshmallow world. And winter it's a marshmallow world.
How is it?
I don't know what happened.
You saw it? So anger doesn't make a phone call and come and take an appointment. Anger is deadly. How many of us regularly become angry?
Really angry. My mind has become angry.
You know. So what is the solution? You have to chant rounds nicely, and and ask for forgiveness. We all become angry. Anger cannot be cured. Actually, anger only can be managed. Sit and talk. So the next one is greed. What is the next problem of this world? Greed. The next problem? Greed. This is a company called Enron. Enron declared bankruptcy. First company, there's so much of cheating. Enron, they shredded the documents for 6 months before they declared the bankruptcy. Wow. One of the biggest corporate frauds of America. This is Enron company actually. What is the problem of today's world? Greed. Some people probably if you have 1 million, you want 2 million. You have 2 million, you want 4 million. You have 4 million, you want 8 million. You have 8 million, 8 million, you want 16 million. Nobody retires. What is the problem of this world? When you are greedy, you'll never be happy. When you are greedy, you'll never be happy. The nature of the mind is a little more. Greed. What is Krishna telling in Bhagavad Gita? Lust, greed, and anger, they are 3 gates leading to hell. Trividam narkasyadam dwaram nashanam atmana kama krodastada lobascha tasmat yetat triyam tuyet. What is the problem of Kali Yuga? Universities are promoting, social media is promoting, sometimes parents promote. Hey, don't go to Hare Krishna, just chant and don't go to Hare Krishna, make money, you'll be happy. When people make so much money, what they will do to avoid tax credit, tax, they try to buy big cars. And to maintain that lifestyle, they have to enjoy hi-fi. Overall, nobody is happy. What do you think? So what are 3 things we should give it up? Lust, anger, and greed, because they degrade. What is the solution for greed? Charity. What is the solution for anger? Service attitude. And understand the value of forgiveness. And anger, one should have good rest. And one should understand the importance of being patient. Lust means basically we should not make plans to pursue our lusty propensities. Then the man who has escaped these 3 gates of hell, O son of Kunti, performs acts conducive to self-realization, thus gradually attains the supreme destination. The moment you consciously give up lust, anger, greed, you come to the process of Krishna consciousness. And you'll do those activities. What are those activities? You chant nicely, you eat only prasad, you serve devotees, you are grateful. Whenever lower modes like passion and ignorance trigger, you control them by chanting holy name Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Likewise, What is good for spirit soul, you will do it. Whatever is not good, you will not do it. Yalladva chapare labham manyate nadikam tata yasmin sito na dukkena gurunapi vichalyate. So for a spiritualist, what is the goal? Are if I serve these devotees, I'll make progress. If I don't go and do service in the temple, I'll make progress. If I don't become angry with them, I'll make service. After becoming angry, if I ask forgiveness and somehow balance their feelings towards me, all these things, Krishna is very pleased with you. People will become angry, there, of course, but instead of burying the anger, process it. Prabhu, I'm very unhappy at the way you have done is not good. Please sit and talk. Wife and husband, rather than fighting on the dining table and ruin the whole weekend for 6-7 days, just next sit one day and talk. So another thing to avoid, have principles. You don't cross, you don't let others cross. It's better to set right the principles. And if it is service, you share the service, draw the lines. I will not get into your service area, you will not get into my service area. Understanding? Then the next verse is, this is a very nice verse. Yes, Shastra Vidhi Utsrujya Vartate Kamakarata Nasa Siddhim Avapnoti Nasakam Naparangatim. What does it mean? Can somebody read it?
He
He who
discards
discards scriptural injunctions and acts according to his own whims attains neither perfection nor happiness nor the supreme destination.
Thank you, Prabhu. Wonderful. Thank you. So, Yat Shastra Vidhi Utsrujya Vartate Kamakarada. Actually, recently I met somebody and he's speaking his philosophy. I said, where did you learn this? His own philosophy. Very confidently speaking. He said, from YouTube here and there, they tell I listen. Hey, from YouTube, don't listen, that is truth. You buy Bhagavad Gita and you read it. So, very important. People, whatever they come to me, especially, they read, they listen to YouTube lectures here and there. They follow everyone. They make gurus out of YouTube. I said, that's not good. Following Shastra is very important. What is important? Shastra. Hanumanji destroyed entire Lanka. But Ravanasura started sending one after another. Jambumali killed. Akshay Kumar killed. 90,000, the soldiers killed. Likewise, whomever you say he was killing. Finally, Indrajit, take care of this monkey. Indrajit said, Dad, I'll take care. Indrajit came. And Krishna, Hanuman is invincible. Finally, what he did, he used Brahmastra on Hanuman. Wow. But Brahma gave a benediction to Hanuman that Brahmastra will not work on you. But in order to honor Brahmastra, what Hanuman did, he gave an impression. What Hanuman did, he gave an impression that he was affected by 1 minute. Sorry. In order to respect Brahmastra, he behaved as though he was born by Brahmastra. Then Indrajit came. Hanuman is still awake. Ooh, this guy is awake. But when Hanuman wanted to see Ravan, so they took him before Ravan. And Ravan said, this guy did is kill him. Ravana became angry, furious. This person destroyed Asok Vatika and he killed so many people. He killed his own son, Akshakumar. Then Vibhishan said, no, brother, that is wrong. You cannot kill everyone you want. He's telling he is actually a messenger. Without finding out who he is, who sent him. If you kill him, you will not know the message. Find out why he came. Ravan said, yeah, good idea. Hey, who are you? Dasoham Koshalindrasya. I am servant of Ram. Up to that point, Hanuman never said this. He said, I am Sugriva minister only. But what is the power of seeing Sita? When he saw Sita, he said, wow, what a personality Sita. Otherwise, why should I help somebody? He asked his wife and I have to search for it. That is brahmachari. So he had little doubt. But when he saw Sita, that's why you need to have the mercy of energy to go to energetic. When he saw Sita, Ram is right. It is worth becoming a servant to Ram. It is worth reuniting Sita with Ram. So anyway, Ram, you're a fool number one. You unnecessarily abducted Ram's wife. Ram is going to come and kill you. If you ask me, release Sita. Ram became angry and said, kill this guy. Vibhishan said, that is wrong. You cannot kill the messengers. You will pay heavy price. Ram said, what should I do? You can amputate, you can make him physically handicapped. You can amputate the leg of, amputate limbs of the messenger. You can give him a punishment, but you cannot kill him. Shastra. Vibhishan is mode of goodness. He was following Shastra. And he said, all right. So what is dear to monkey's tail? Burn the tail. So Vibhishan would always follow Shastra. If you follow Shastra, you are saved. If you have problems in your life, you have to ask this question. This type of problem, what does Shastra say to act? And do accordingly. If you don't know, ask somebody what you should do. That way you will minimize your suffering. It's Shastra vidhi utsruchya vartate kamakarata. Anybody disregards spiritual injunctions, acts according to his own whims, attains neither perfection nor happiness nor supreme destination. So if you are not following Shastra, you will never attain perfection, you will never attain happiness, or you will never go back to Godhead. Haribo. So one should not act whimsically. Hare Krishna. "24. Can you read now? Ansh Prabhu.
One should therefore understand what is duty and what is not duty by the regulations of the scriptures. Knowing such rules and regulations, one should act so that he may gradually be elevated.
So, Shastra will tell you, first of all, why there is so much chaos in the society. Our India, Vedic culture is based on Varnashram Dharma. What is it based on?
Varna.
So you should know for what are the four Varnas? Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. What are the four ashramas? Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyas. Great. The next question is, what is your Varna and what is your ashrama? Vedic culture is Varnashram Dharma. The Varnas are based on 3 modes. So Brahmana is in mode of
Goodness.
goodness. Thank you. Kshatriyas are in the modes of
Passion.
very nice. So Kshatriyas, Vaishyas are in the mode of
Passion.
Passion and ignorance.
passion and ignorance. Shudras are in
Ignorance.
exactly. Thank you. So this is a technical classification, not that whimsically, you change your dress and become, Brahmana or Vaishnava. After a few days again you change back. Not like that. So find out what is what is your nature and do accordingly. Your controlling nature or your Brahminical. Brahminical means become a professor, become a teacher, become a join full time. Kshatriya means become an administrator, manager. Sudra means, Vaishya means do business. Do business. Krushigo Rakshavaണിಜ್ಯಂ ವೈಶ್ವಕರ್ಮ ಸ್ವಭಾವಜಂ. Kshatriya means people are not answering. What did I say?
Kshatriya means.
Did I say Kshatriya? Sir, I did. Sorry. Actually, I said Brahmana means goodness, Kshatriya, passion, Vaishya, both passion, ignorance, Shudra, ignorance. Kalau Shudra Sambhava, default everyone is a Shudra in Kali Yuga. So then what happens? So take up a 9 to 5 job and do it. But that's what Prabhupada said. My second half of my movement is Varnashram Dharma, but Prabhupada left. So it's simple. What is a simple thing? You choose a particular profession based on your nature and go forward, revolve. And that will do good to you and to the society. So gradual elevation, because it's very difficult to become free from 3 modes. 3 modes are not easy to. Not that you chant 1 year. I chanted 1 year. Still I have not become pure devotee. I what 1 year, 10 years also will not. It takes time. Yes or no? You agree or not? How long it will take?
A lifetime, Prabhuji.
Huh?
A lifetime.
A lifetime. Good. 40 years. Minimum. Somebody is not sincere, it will take 40 lifetimes also. So, but sincerely if you pursue, Charu Prabhu asked this question, Prabhupada said this, it will take 40 years. Sincerely chant, not like tu, 16 rounds done. Not tu mantra. In Hare Krishna thing, what do you like the overall? Prasad. What else? Prasad only. Then it will take very long time. If you say I like overall everything, then do sincerely. Sleep early, rise early and chant your 16 rounds. Hari bol. And do service sincerely. Don't quarrel with anyone. Don't criticize anyone. Yes or no? Then what happens? Slowly but steadily, you will become free from 3 moods. Like I always give this example. If the pot is burnt, you put the milk on the stove and you leave it like this. You left it. All the milk will evaporate. Then what happens? And then the pot will start burning. Sometime later, this leftover boiled milk remnants, it will form like a thick layer of black soot, thick black layer. It will become an ingredient, integral part of the pot, as the pot is black. Likewise, our heart is like that. So what do we should do? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Should chant sincerely. say Mahaprasad Prasad, he prays and eat prasad nicely. Then, you know, if you are in the temple, attend Mangalarti every day. If you're not in the temple, you're a congregation. Monday to Friday, make your home a temple. Means Krishna is respected, worshipped. Weekends, make temple your home. Come to temple and do the cooking, preaching, prasad servot. Some people, recently, what is that? Raji, weekends, I love to make temple my home. But they're giving all the service. I want to take only one service. I said, what is that? I want to eat only prasad. I said, stay in your home only. You know? Or take this prasad home and eat. Because when you're in the temple, you're expected to do some service. But one temple president, at least they are taking prasad, that's good. So in the association and the temple, they'll make progress. Please come. So the moral is follow Shastra. Moral is follow Shastra. What one should do, what one should not do. We should know. We should not be impelled by Rajaguna, Tamaguna. We should not be impelled by Rajaguna or Tamaguna. And you'll be slowly but steadily elevated. The more we are late joining a Krishna consciousness, the more price we have to pay. Because material world means we pick up a lot of bad habits. This is what I want to tell today. Any question or comment? If not, we have 15 more minutes. We can go to 17th chapter also. Today we finished how many verses? 19 to 24. Anyone has any question? Or should we start 17th chapter?
Prabhuji?
Ah,
So right now Rom Padmaraj is visiting over here, and he is giving classes. So in one of his classes, he said Garuda was the carrier of Krishna, and he said at least for a while. What does that mean? Does it mean like he was not the carrier after a while?
it was not
Carrier of Vishnu after a
Ah.
while.
Okay, this is the thing. Garuda definitely carrier of Vishnu, but sometimes Garuda is not available. So when Garuda is not available, it is mentioned for various reasons, whatever may be the reasons, Garuda also, debuted for other services. Then Krishna takes Kali as his vehicle. So Garuda is also sometimes very busy, So that way Maharaj is right. So
Thank you.
I do not know what are the other services. I mean, definitely is deputed to do other services, but I read, sometimes Garuda is not available. Is not available means he is deputed to do other services. What is the example? It's not coming to my mind right now. But for sure, when Garuda is not available, Krishna uses Kaliya as his vehicle to go to other places. It means Garuda is not available actually. Maybe he goes to see his mother. Vinata. That's what I can tell, bro. Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, can you expand on the later you come to Krishna consciousness, the more you have to pay because of bad habits?
Okay, this is the thing. Thank you. Nice question. You know what happens when you live in the material world, especially these times? The society around you, you know, the universities, the families. The more you the you know, actually usually what happens once our senses are grown up, we won't enjoy. If you don't have a right facility for enjoyment available, then naturally mind will drift towards wrong types of enjoyment, unknown to others. When you go for wrong type of enjoyment, that's how you try to satisfy your needs of your senses. It will incur heavy bad karma. It will contaminate chitta. Chitta means subtle mind. And it will take very long time to purify. Somebody comes to Krishna consciousness, they are 15. Means, so he's able to begin Krishna consciousness. We teach how to. We emphasize on sense control, emphasize on humility, and Truna Sinichena. We emphasize on doing right things, right? Then the child is saved. Somebody comes to Krishna consciousness, 30s and 40s, 50s, means they've already got the taste for the material life. This is Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga means very few people have a very disciplined life. Even in the disciplined life also, there is every room for deviation. The purification has not started. Imagine some person has not taken bath 1 month. A person has not taken bath 2 days. Body stings. A person who has not taken bath 1 month. Wow. A person who has not taken bath for 1 year. So likewise, the more you avoid coming to Krishna consciousness, more you will accumulate more and more filth. You're understanding?
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you.
Any question or comment?
Suppose I have,
Ah,
suppose like as per my understanding from today's class, like every yoga having that envious people are there, correct?
true.
So like then what is the difference between like other yogas and Kali yoga? Like maybe now the people having more lost greed and anger, and like in previous yogas, like you can from your Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, you can understand like Krishna is present, Sri Ram is present. So that is maybe the people are less like anger towards the anger, greed, and but now in the Kali Yuga, like people are more towards the anger, greed, and loss, right?
It is mentioned in Bhagavatam actually. Satyuga, there is no sin. But impurity may be still there, no doubt.
Yeah.
Treta Yuga, 25% sin. Dwapar Yuga, sin entered in Treta Yuga, 25%. Dwapar Yuga, 50%, 50-50. Kali Yuga, 75% sin. Prabhupada says 75%, there should be 25% of pure people should be there. But Prabhupada said this is a Ugra Kali, hardly 5%. Prabhupada is telling in 1970. Today it's only 1%. Prabhupada says it's not even 1%, I know, that being said, uh, what is Kali Yuga? What is the specialty of Kali Yuga? Whatever is wrong is promoted by government. That's another thing. In other ages, wrong things are not done. Wrong things were done by people, though it is banned by government. But what is Kali Yuga? Kali Yuga means whatever is wrong is promoted officially. Liquor is promoted officially by governments. Illicit sex is promoted by government by giving everyone condoms, contraceptives, advertisement only. 2 or 3 children, then after that you go for this, they have what you call all these contraceptive methods. Government only promotes liquor, gambling, drug addiction, illicit sex, intoxication. Whatever is wrong is promoted by governments is a symptom that is Kali Yuga. Understand?
So that was a follow-up question. Like what Prabhupada said now, like maybe the pure, not pure devotee, like only 1%, correct? Like then how it will be like increase that number 1 to 2% because of now it's degrading, correct? The percentage of like pure devotees or whatever. So what is the way? Like only that like our ISKCON society, like we are trying to like make new devotees like promoting like chanting and then all the four executive principles. So in that way, it will not increasing probably that percentage. No, still is going to decrease.
Lord Chaitanya's movement is there. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually it's said it's Swarna Yugam. Golden avatar has come and so definitely if 10,000 years is very good at least. But once 10,000 years end, then the Kali will show his face. So that's why we should preach. 50 years ago, it was not even heard of, but already we have 800 temples. So one professor made a statement. Hare Krishnas, Hare Krishnas wanted the whole world to become Hare Krishnas. But America at least, you may not see Hare Krishnas visibly as they were, but their principles are very deep rooted in the society. Vegetarianism is fashion in America. Vegetarianism is fashion in America. Yoga is fashion in America. You know, all this, vegetarianism is fashion, yoga is fashion, leading a pure life is respected. What is it? London, they banned smoking in the public areas in 2008.
Wow.
Great, right?
Wow.
Yeah, they banned it. So there is some activity happening actually. What we have to do? We have to preach, of course. We need to support. Lord Chaitanya says, how many fruits can I distribute? I want help. You become a preacher. Understanding? Any other question or comment?
Hare Krishna, Guru.
Ah,
The anger when handling kids, when they do naughty, we get anger. Maybe something getting spoiled or something. How we need to manage?
how we need to manage when we deal with anger, when we deal with children? How we need to deal with our anger? Okay, thank you, bro. Nice question, actually.
Children are not breaking.
Okay, probably the answer is this. Thank you for nice question, actually. Hanuman became angry and we glorify Hanuman's anger, right? Hanuman became angry and he burnt Lanka also. And we glorify Hanuman for that. When you become angry, nobody glorifies you.
That's true.
My husband became angry 4 days ago. Amazing, so sweet. Or my whatever spouse. What is the difference between Hanuman anger and our anger? When Hanuman became angry, his anger is controlled. When we become angry, anger controls us. So what should we do? At least with children, we should have an controlled anger. I don't know whether you're seeing me or not. Okay, time is 7 o'clock. School bus comes in 15 minutes. The child is still sleeping. I'm sure, some parents may experience this. So mother goes and wakes up the child. Uto! In America, everyone works. Mother, father both work. So what mother says, now mother has to prepare him for the school. If he prepare the box, make him ready. Then she has to go to work. It is already 7 o'clock. Mother said, Beta, uto, uto, uto. and the batter doesn't get up. So what she did, she lifts him. She's angry because she's getting late. Already she's cooking some food on the stove. Husband is getting ready. Today Kali Yuga, right? People are busy actually. So what she did, she goes and puts the child in the bathroom. And then few minutes later, she'll go to see what he's doing. He is sitting and sleeping there. Then she becomes angry because it's happening every day. So with children, our anger should be controlled. Like Hanumanji's anger. Means what? It's going to happen because child cannot listen to us. Natural. So what we have to do? There is nothing wrong using a sharpened raising the voice. Chalo, jaldi chalo. Or if he is doing like that, instead of waking him at 7 o'clock, wake up 6:30 only. So you first time you do it's not a mistake. Second time you do it's a mistake. So only if you know the your child's behavior, but end of the children are children. They will not. So with children, understanding that they are not mature, they need a lot of support. Honestly speaking, I always say this. We should not be angry with, as much as possible, angry with children. You understand your child, then, then prepare the principles around him. At least try. And when children are there, wife and husband should not quarrel. That will make children very insecure. That will make the children very insecure. So below 5 years, you should give only love. Then after that, then you have to start, regulation. As much as possible, Actually, I wrote a book in which I mentioned a separate topic actually.
Anger management.
Anger management, in that there's such a topic on children actually. Because what happens is if you regularly become angry with kids, they cannot grow nicely. They'll become defensive. They develop fear syndrome. Huh?
Develop hatredness.
Huh?
Later they develop hatredness.
They develop hatredness, yes. So one has to be careful with children. But definitely they make you lose patience. Yes. No, problem is they don't know. They have no idea. I mean, I don't know where are you from? If it is Dwarka or anywhere from India. I also received 1, 2, 3 from my parents. How many of you received? I don't know. Everyone receives. So that, discipline. But we cannot do that in America, of course. So always, rather than making the stick work, like, hey, you should not do like this. As much as possible. And I encourage you to read that page. That's what I can tell. But I know with kids, no. Second, when kids are there, we should not have quarrel at home also. That is also not good. They become defensive and insecure. Actually. That's what I can tell. Any mothers or fathers can add more. Mine is only theory. Any other question or comment?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I have a question. Even the demigods also fall down. Why is after pious activities are done, and then there is like a statement saying that they also have a enjoying tendency. So what does that enjoying means, Prabhuji?
Amma, Demigods, they live for a long time. But of course, they're empowered representatives, they're situated in mode of goodness, no doubt. But they also have strong desires. If you read Bhagavatam and all, they also do a lot of mistakes actually. Indra. Krishna conveyed a lot of message through Indra. Krishna taught us so many lessons through Indra. Indra became proud and, he didn't trade. When Brahaspati came, he didn't respect, he didn't get up. So when Krishna, Govardhan Lila, he became angry with Krishna. He tried to kill all the Vrajavasis. So he came and asked for forgiveness from Krishna. Krishna forgave him. Later, Krishna asked for Parajat tree. Again, Indra, there is a Krishna that fought with Krishna. So in this material world, there is no pure goodness. Unless you are liberated. If you are not liberated, goodness is always mixed with Raju and Tamogun, mode of passion and ignorance. When it is mixed with Sattvagun is mixed with mode of passion and ignorance, even though mode of goodness is predominant, still at times passion and ignorance, they'll come to the front. They will become prominent, and we do think wrong things. We do act on the level of passion and ignorance, doing wrong things. So what is that Indra received curse from Gautam Rishi? That Ahalya episode. So many. Good.
Basically, 6 anarthas are still existing, even though they are demigods.
Yes.
Prabhuji?
Yes. Definitely. Whenever Indra sees somebody is doing tapasya, Indra becomes defensive, insecure, and he tries to spoil their tapasya by sending Ramba Urasi Menaka. So, of course, we don't want to become demigods. We want to go back to Godhead. But of course, we can learn from them. Of course, they're very empowered because, they're empowered by Krishna to undertake these responsibilities. But our goal is not to become demigods anyway. Our goal is to go back to Godhead.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Any other question or comment? वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यो च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः अनंतकोटि वैष्णव की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Dandavat.
Happy, we have class, but today happy Balram Jayanti and happy Krishna Janmashtami. We have class.